A little bit of a decline. Nothing too serious, of course. We are now in the championship, which is going to be difficult for us. But a little bit of a decline which was unneeded because we started fairly well. Today we move on to 5 more games, hopefully more winnable than the last couple which we did not really perform in. So welcome back to Hartlepool number 5. Yes, people, welcome back to episode 5 of season number 3, the Mambo number 5. As today, we're starting off by showing you the league position. 12 games into the championship, sitting, it says 16th, because it is 16th, but kind of mid-table. Everywhere is congested with points. No one's really high up and low down in the middle of the table. One game can make a difference. I could shoot up to 9th with a win, I think. As yes, that's a spoiler straight away. As don't forget, as we start this episode, to like, comment, share and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. We are on the race for 4.3k, not 4.3k, whatever I'm trying to say, as there will be some spoilers on the screen as well when I click the calendar. Oh no, there won't, because we're in the last month. We'll still show you. So yeah, I'd say less of a mixed bag. 3 defeats, 1 win and 1 draw, which is the rough patch hopefully over, as today we have Middlesbrough away from home at the Riverside. Then we have a trip to New Victoria Park, our ground, against Reading. Then at home to Derby County, Barnsley away, and then Blackburn Rovers as the final game of today. So I think we're going to play the mid-table teams we're against, which are Middlesbrough, Reading, and we've already played Barnsley last season. So we'll go for Blackburn over Derby County. Leave the Rams out. Let's just double check the start right here. As Stoke, who beat us in the Cup, have took confidence from that. Look at them, top of the league. As Reading, yes, high up. Blackburn as well. Middlesbrough. So Derby and Barnsley are below us. They're the simulated game. So it all works out perfectly what I just said. As we will try and get towards that day. Still 12 games into the season, despite us winning the last in-game game very emphatically against Nottingham Forest. I haven't settled on a true lineup, and that's partially because I feel like we've got some riders in the team, and by that I mean players that probably won't be in the team come January. I think we do need another centre-back and maybe a backup striker just a bit higher rated than Bogle to put the pressure on. Logan, John and Butterworth are scoring, but I'd say the best part of his play so far is the midfield. Everyone's getting involved. Midfield scoring more than the attack as Middlesbrough at the Riverside. The first game up, these have got an in-game stadium, but we'll look at our monthly scout report first. However, as always, nothing in that, as one big change in this next lineup, as Marinovic is in goal, Luke Bolton, Famewo, Staunton, Raggett and Andrew. Valakari stays in, Harrop stays in, and Evans in that centre/CDM spot, with Omar Bogle coming in for Butterworth, who's now out for 7 weeks. And John, who has a lot more pressure on his shoulders, but had scored in the last game. So hopefully a little bit better now. He's only got 2 goals, 16 years old, 76 rated. You expect a little bit more from a wonder kid, Jamie Vardy or Harry Kane region. I saw someone say Vardy. That's a good shout, as of course McAtee's still on the bench because of Valakari's good form. Maglior there, and Ingram just below Marinovic, who's been in a bit of a rough patch. I say rough patch. He's made some cracking saves but conceded really easy goals. I want to see a change. And it's nice to be at a fully built stadium now in game, as Joe Lumley is in goal, Annie Furry, Dijksteel at right back, Jack Robinson, Johan Barbe, Mark Bowler, is it 4? It is. Pereiro in CDM, the number 10, with Brown, McNair, Crooks and Sammy Amiobi, with Duncan Watmore up front. I always thought that was a weird signing, Duncan Watmore, but it has turned out for him, as this is kind of a local derby as well, isn't it? Middlesbrough away. It's like Sunderland was, as Danny Andrew. They're in the vicinity, should I say. Dijksteel getting a little bit of a touch on that ball. We want to continue our form in game. Of course, last in-game game, we got a win. I don't really count simulations towards form, as Pereiro gets that away. Crooks down the line to Sammy Amiobi here, though, as he's running at us a little bit here. Crooks has a man in the middle making a run away, but Crooks continues to take it himself and lays it off into McNair. McNair with a rocket, and oh my days, Middlesbrough in front. Paddy McNair has just scored that against us. You don't see that every day. Beautiful strike from the CDM, who's playing in centre mid instead of Pereiro. And look at that. Just flies past Marinovic. No chance. It is his closer post, but so direct. 1-0 down already. Can't believe it. A couple of boos coming from the Hartlepool fans, which I understand to an extent, because it's not good enough the way we're playing compared to the start of the season, but we are in the Championship. We're still adjusting. We just had some good form as Bogle on a good turn, and it's instantly 1-1. Stop your booing and start praising the Superman, Omar Bogle. Back in the team with his slick footwork, and look at this. Is this 1 game, 1 goal? I think he's come off the bench a couple of times, but look at that. Right into that bottom corner, equaling McNair's goal and equaling the scoreline up. And now we've got a chance to get in front if we can keep a little bit of momentum, as Omar Bogle again on it. Loses out, Evans to collect, and his footwork is just integral, if that's even a word, as Bolton tried to cross. Still got the ball given to him from Harrop. Now the edge, Bogle waiting for it. Looks for a pass, squeezes it through that gap, and Bolton, first time it. Oh, just too far from Valakari, but it's going to fall to Danny Andrew, who crosses it first time, only as far as Oni though, who I'm glad got it, because it didn't look anywhere in the box, as that's close to Bogle, but still not going towards him. We should win this header, and do, as we'll keep the pressure on, but Bogle chucked away from it. It was a big shame, as Brown now down the line. Brown with a pass just behind his striker Duncan Watmore, and Middlesbrough creating chances, but messing up the final pass completely, as Bolton 1-2. There we go, Harrop. This is a good run from Bogle. Tries to tap it on into the path of John. Just a little bit overcooked, as it is quite end-to-end. Both goals coming within 5 minutes of each other, as hopefully there won't be one before half-time here for Borough, as they attack McNair. And there is the half-time whistle. 1-1 at the Riverside so far. Let's get kicking off in this second half with a bit more firepower, as it's still been like 10 minutes, nothing happening here. Look at that sloppy pass from Josh Harrop. If we're going to win this game, we've got to get them right, which they are getting wrong. However, we've got a bit of a run on there. Staunton with a great tackle. And can we get forward from this? Bogle looking over the top for John. That's a right ball. But Dijksteel getting there. It was a little bit behind him, as Valakari winning his header, but only as far as Johan Barbe. Onto McNair. Chip over the top. Straight into the path of Marcus Brown, who we need to get across to. And do to an extent, as now McNair backwards. Dijksteel, they're building up play. They are keeping a lot of the possession in this second half, as now John, though, spins it round to Lee Evans, as Lee Evans going to cut back a bit there and give it out wide to Oni Valakari to chip it in. Handball, surely. And it's inside of the box. It's a penalty kick towards us. Borough have bottled it. It's Anthony Dijksteel who's done it. And is it going to be John on it? It is. It's already put our best taker on the spot kick, as I'm not confident with that side. I'm more confident with top right, which we're gonna go for again. Please don't mess this up, Logan John, please. It's rifled in, and we have the lead at the Riverside in this local game, and it's come from Declan John. Brilliant goal. Spot kick just placed into that bottom corner, or top corner should I say, as Oni Valakari is going to come off. Great way. Can we hold on for 3 points though? Big moment that, and hopefully can turn our fortunes a little bit. As Sammy Amiobi tackled. We made 2 subs actually. McAtee and Mo Adams. Changing the midfield up a bit, but need that fitness as that ball squeezed through too powerfully. Was not a good kick that one, as we've got just a little bit of time left. Oli Sanya took down. Crooks over the top. That's a good ball in towards Amiobi. Oh, Mark Bowler's got it. Senengana. Oh, what a save from Marinovic. See what I mean? He does a bit sloppy, and then he comes up trumps with that. What a stopper still. Got to get rid of the corner, as they're shooting directly from it. It looks like they were. Marinovic should have caught that, and oh, it must have gone out of play already because it hit him, but the goal kick's been given, but the fans are definitely not happy with that. They might have thought differently, as that was a terrible goal kick from him. Makes a great save and puts us deliberately under pressure again, as that's a bad tackle from Famewo. Goes in the book a little bit late on. Hopefully that's not suspension. Don't think it should be, as ball's crossed in from Crooks. McAtee with a head away. Gets a double head away. That's brilliant from the youngster, as Logan ready to make a run. He did make a run, but the full-time whistle goes instead. A great comeback against Middlesbrough in the local derby, and that is brilliant for the championship form. That is 2 wins from 2 now. Turning it on its head as we jump up to 13th after that one. I'll take that. 13 games gone, 13th, as Reading are the next game. We're at home. And after that last performance, can I really change the team up? I don't think so. No one's really tired, despite it being a couple of days after. So yeah, we'll go straight into this second game with the same lineup. We'll have to rotate for the next one, which is Barnsley, but we don't think about that. We think about the present. We think about Reading. And Reading's lineup: Jokul Anderson, Andy Yadom, Michael Morrison, Liam Moore, and Nelson Abbey, with Andy Rinamotta, Josh Laurent, Helen Halilovic, Ayiz and Clark supporting Zhao, and Josh Harrop on the ball immediately right here in this game. Cross over the top, Valakari with a little head on into Raggett, now into Evans on a smart turn. We need to start smart in this game, of course, not go behind again, as Firmino luckily wasn't suspended for us, as Bolton running with a cross, great cross. No one there as it falls to Oni though. On his knee, goes for a blast across the floor. Not too bad. And Oni Valakari, of course, from his League 2 days still in the starting 11. We've got to admire him. He's not an original. He wasn't here in the squad when we got here, but he's been here since the start and been playing rather consistently. It's been in and out, but he's just always the same as Evans. Forward on the ball right here. Bogle quite similarly as well, but he joined in League 2 or League 1, I think. Bolton's offside, and Oni Valakari, not many chances in this game so far, as Logan John receives it, goes for an intricate pass into Harrop, and that's a good one to Bogle, you know, looking for a bit of an angle, but Liam Moore, the loyal man to Reading, getting a good footing right there, and that's probably the best thing that's happened, apart from Oni's chance, of course, as Harrop lifting it over to Bogle again. He's got right side here though. Omar Bogle on the angle and hits it straight at Anderson. Tried to open his body up, but he just wasn't having it, as a corner ball from it, and the keeper's going to catch that. Harrop has to be better from set pieces. And at half-time, 0-0, as the game should be, as nothing happening. Just the one big chance from Bogle at the end and a pop shot from Valakari. Reading haven't done nothing. As we'll have to see what this second half brings us. Maybe both teams a little bit tired, but I would love 6 points out of 6 to start this episode off with, as John across into Harrop. That's a good ball knocked on right here, as Reading should be better than this, I feel like. 6th position, and we are all over them. Don't want to be jinxing anything by saying that, but that's the way I feel, as Harrop, oh dear, bad touch. Straight into Kamara, the youngster, as he's put it to the side. We've both got youngsters called Kamara, as that's one going forward. That should be easy for Sean Raggett. And is a bit faster, please, though, Captain. Jesus, Andrew gonna blast that across the field straight into Bolton, who's got a first-time ball, looking for Bogle, but not finding him. Still 0-0. Laurent with the ball here, straight onto Puskás, now onto Kamara, as Puskás receives it back again, on his back a little bit, but how has George Puskás got through? He's put it across the box for Maywo, got rid of it in the end. And I'm glad he did, as Evans now to try and attack a little bit for us. That was a close one. Harrop into John, as John's going backwards a little bit, but still we do keep the ball. That's all we need to do for Maywo. Through the middle, into that gap, into Harrop. Harrop across to John. What a ball that is! Logan John blasts it home! Late on in the game with 15 minutes to go, Logan John has stepped up. Now he's scoring consistently. It's 2-2. And it might be the winner against playoff place Reading at the moment. Look at that for a ball from Harrop, though, through that gap, as he is going to come off the field, though. Always got to sub him off and save him for Barnsley, as Logan John provides the goods. Straight past Anderson. 1-0. 9 minutes to go, as McAtee, Evans, now Bogle. That's a good ball around the corner, you know. Bolton, I think it was, to cross it. That's going to be a handball, hasn't it? And it's in the box, of course it is. It's a penalty kick. Reading a bottle in it. I don't know who it was who's done it, but it's going to be Logan John for a brace in this game. His second penalty of today. But that one's saved. And Reading live another day. Lee Evans to come off. Please don't put it too close to the keeper. That isn't. It's a good ball. It's all over the place, and Laurent picks up on it. We should have got there. They've been handed a lifeline as Puskás, oh, almost headed it on to Ayiz, but it's a good job we blocked that right there, as Bogle with the ball here, just couldn't get the pass off. Morrison with the pressure, whacked upfield. Come out, Marinovic, come out and collect that, please. Oh, it's dodgy. Oh, it's very dodgy. but we have kept it. McAtee blasts it, and it's back-to-back wins. One against a very good Reading side that did nothing against us at all, apart from a little bit of pressure in the last couple of minutes. But another win. We should be climbing this table. Brilliant from the boys. And of course, Logan John, who's stepped it up as we're in 9th, and we're close to the playoffs, so we've dropped Reading onto the same amount of points as us. But there's a team below us with a game in hand, as Derby County are next, below us by quite a bit. We have gone to 10th now. I don't know, games have just been played, I guess, as how's it going to be against the Rams? These are 16th, and I am going to go with the same team. Butterworth still out. Bolton a little bit tired, but I'm not going to put Maglior off rating in at right wing back for a simulated game. Staunton's gone up as well. Love to see that. As how can we do? 3rd game in a week, I think. Jeez, we're pushing the team, but hopefully pushing them to 9 points out of 9, as it's a draw this time though. Bogle with a goal, and Forsyth will settle for 1. It ain't a defeat, I guess, as we will keep on moving forward after that one. See how we can do, as it's another simulated game up. Then it's, of course, Blackburn Rovers, which will play, as I don't know what has that done to our league position. I didn't even check. We're 11th. Blackburn just above us, and Barnsley just below us. Good job with simulating this one. As Hull's Moncur picking up Player of the Month for September. Always like to view them. Manager at Inter at all-time highs. We've had a break before this game, so we can play the same team again. Hopefully this time round it's 3 points, not just 1, as it is 3 points. Leia Iseka scoring for them in the first minute. John with the reply, and Oni Valakari with 5 minutes to go. The man who's been with us ages, coming up trumps. Love to see it. 8th position now, and it makes this Blackburn Rovers game a big one. They are below us, and we are 2 points off West Brom in 6th position. So, it's all to play for at the end of this episode. We're starting in 16th and we could be 6th. There's even getting capped by Finland, I just saw, as these are 14th and the H's are linking together. 14th Hartlepool, as we don't want to be 14th. We want to be winning this game and, of course, keeping our form up, as there is no changes to be made. Hopefully Butterworth's rating goes back up again. He's gone down 1. Don't like to see that, but the same squad. Valakari's still in there because he hasn't gone to his finished duties yet. Still at Hartlepool, and hopefully still unbeaten in this episode if we can make it a win in this one. And let's have a look at the team that's travelling to us. Thomas Kaminski in goal, Joe Rankin Costello, Dara Lehan, Daniel Ayala, Yuri Zirkov, Jacob Davenport, Bradley Dack, Joe Rothwell, Dolan, Gallagher and Chapman. Let's see how this goes then, shall we, as Harrop pass off. Not a good one. Zirky missing the pass straight away. Bradley Dack around the corner into Chapman. Chance for Blackburn. Dolan taps it in 4 minutes in. Why are we not marking as men in the middle, boys? That's a horrific start. Youngster immediately scoring for Rovers. I mean, what can you do? No one chased him. No one marking in the middle. Come on, Staunton. No, it's Raggett with the captain's armband. That is not leading by example. And Rothwell into Dack. They've still got the ball all over us. 10 minutes in as, oh, what a save, Marinovic. Onto the post. Raggett putting the pressure on Marinovic again. As we're looking, we didn't give a penalty away. Raggett leaning in. Definitely not the best of games from him. As 11 minutes in, all Rovers. Please head that away. Raggett does, straight to Bogle. Uses his chest instead of his hand, but still can't clear it. Onto Rannan Costello. Evans flicks it on. Marinovic saves. Oh my days. How are we this bad at the start of this game? Dolan now. What's he going to do with it? He's going to take a long touch to the side to try and run round the side. Now gives it into Leyen. Now into Gallagher. Just managed to get it and lose it again. Marinovic saves. Let's calm it down, shall we? Because absolute domination from the away side at the start. And that's a bad foul. Yellow card, please. Not even shown to Gallagher. That is a shame. As Harrop takes the free kick ball straight away. Gives it away again. As Lee Evans gives it away. We're playing very poorly when we're under pressure to get in these playoffs. Ran straight round Staunton. That's terrible. Slid in from Famewo to block the angle off as Davenport into Gallagher. It's a good job he messed it up. Not good enough from us. Not good enough at all as block on. Get there. No. Bad tackle, but no advantage or anything as they're going to carry on running down this line into Chapman. Chapman across into Bradley Dack. Evans with a block. Tried to get in there again. Not getting there. Dack again. Dack running with it into Chapman now. Rothwell. Oh, it's awkward for us. We can't get the ball back off the feet as Dolan. He's the tricky player. Rothwell taps it in. Blackburn, more like prime Barcelona. It's absolutely shambolic, but it's amazing from them at the same time. Look at this. Cuts it back, passes it in. Easy goal. Now we've got to look to try and get back into this game, which we're completely out of already, as Rothwell messes that pass up again, but Sean Raggett gives it straight back, and I'm not surprised Marinovic has kept it out. He's made about 9 or 10 saves, even though we're already 2 goals down. This is horrific for the home fans to watch, as at least we've got a goal kick. Imagine them with Brereton Diaz. It'd be absolutely dominated. Imagine these with Bradley, or Brereton Diaz, that's his name. We'd be absolutely dominated, as we've tried to keep the ball a bit there. Lost it in the end. Passing it back to try and go forward again. Oh, that pass around the corner, though, is a shocker. And it's going to be them to come forward. 7 minutes left now in this first half. Just don't be 3. Just don't be 3. As, oh dear, Dolan played through, though. Running Marinovic. Oh, it's over the top. Lifeline handed to us from Dolan, who's the best player this game, and we survive somehow. Just get the ball forward. Logan, make the run you was going to make, mate. That might fall through to you, but no, it doesn't. Not good enough as... Hang on, that's a great ball. Oh, good save. Good save. I have no idea, speaking of saving, how to save ourselves. As at half-time 2-0, boos all around, and this is boos I can understand. We have not been in it. It's like a Champions League club against the National League one at this rate. We've got to be better, as Bradley Dack tries to cut away from us right there. Sean Raggett, that's going to be a foul for us. Thank you very much, referee. First thing you've given us this game is Danny Andrew. Oh my, straight under pressure. Something we don't do, as Bogle making a bit of a darting run, but now we're going to opt for him, as Harrop's usually the good passer. I think it was a good pass, but just off of him. As if we would have won this game, what a bit of pressure we could have put on West Bromwich Albion, who we play next. That would have been an amazing fixture. Of course, us almost 2 of them in the playoffs. As what a cracker Bradley Dack has just hit. I know what kind of player he is, but Jeebus. What a goal. Takes a touch, left foot, no stopping it. Look how many players they've got forward, and look, we can't even pass the ball away. It's straight to Dolan. McBride, a little tap on his ankle, stopped him from getting that pass off completely correct, which was lucky for us. Zerkov running down a bit. Danny Andrew sweeping up. Right wing back, even though he's at left, and Valakari to run forward. John making a decent run, but we'll cut back. We'll give this to Bogle. John, please support him right here. We've got a cross to the back post if we can reach. What a terrible ball, Omar. That should have been a lot better, as now Mo Adams round the corner. John, this could be better. Can we do a better ball? Bolton can. Kaminski heads. Oh, saves, and Bogle taps it in. Don't celebrate that. Skip it. It's only 1 goal. As, oh dear, Blackburn coming forward. It might be a Brentford occasion here. We're going all out to try and get something, and they score on a counter. As Dack, Raggett, decent block. It's the best thing he's done all game, at least. As we'll put a youth player on, Basui. Even though we have scored, I don't see us scoring another, so Bogle can get a rest. He's playing a lot at the moment. As Adams gets the ball headed to him on the edge of the box. Logan, make that run. Oh, what a crap ball from Adams, though, as he'll have to lay it off to Famewo to go back into the middle. Bolton across to Basui. Basui, can he read a run? He can't, as it never pays off that. And the ball into the middle. Killed off. Every time we gamble, it never pays off. Killed off. Harry Chapman joins in the fun for them. 4-1, and even celebrating in front of our fans. It's not a good day at home. Not a good day. Top bins. Can fight for another goal, but I don't think we'll get it. And we're definitely defeated now as Bakati. Basui running through. John making a decent darting run. Can he at least score and keep up his tally, which he is doing at the moment? Cuts inside. Bottom bins. There we go. Great finish, Logan John. And of course, only a consolation. And I'm not happy at all that we've scored 2 when we've actually tried. And if we want to concede it to Chapman, we're going to put the pressure on last minute. But no, as Travis into Rothwell. And Dack, of course, hit the screamer that killed us off. As it's a 4-2 defeat at home. Conceding 4 goals, whichever division you're in, at your home stadium is not good. And that's all the game had. Bad defeat. 9 points from, what was it? 5 games from 15. Isn't bad, but we could have done better in that last game, as they're joined on points with us now. And that West Brom game is still going to be big. They're 3 points in front of us. Top scorer in the league, Farias for Nottingham Forest. He's took over Vissa, as that's going to win the episode out, I think. Who have we got next before that? West Brom, Stoke, Cardiff. Play top of the league, of course we do. And then a crammed December. So then we have Bolton, Millwall, then 5 more games, and we'll probably get into January a couple episodes from now, which we need to make signings. I'll say that already. As thank you guys for watching this episode right here. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe with the notification button as well if you have, of course, missed any other episodes. You won't do in the future if you've got that on, so make sure you stick it on. My mouth is getting very dry. Big drink, which I've just poured down myself. Thank you all for watching. Take care in a bit, and I'll see you all later. Peace.